Mount Fannin, located in China and a World Heritage Site, is one of the most beautiful places with an altitude of more than 2,500 meters. The terrain and surrounding landscape here are so beautiful that it is difficult to take your eyes off. In particular, the vertical peak is called the Golden Peak of Red Clouds, which is said to symbolize spiritual purification. At the top, there are two ancient Buddhist temples located in the middle of a deep gorge, and you can visit them via a picturesque stone bridge. Imagine the peaceful scene here, with monks living a pure life, amidst the majestic and peaceful space of the mountains and forests, and in absolute harmony with the surrounding nature. This impregnable hut, located on the top of a mountain pass in the legendary Dolomites in northern Italy. Today, it has become a special destination for mountaineers. Surrounded by the majestic landscape of the Dolomites, this place is not only a historical construction, but also a place to admire the natural beauty and experience the silence and solitude in the mystical space. Elliday Island in Iceland is the perfect place for those who love peace and privacy. With an area of only 450 square meters, the island was once home to families of fishermen and shepherds. However, by the early 20th century, life here became economically difficult, and the residents gradually left. The only house on the island was built in 1953 and even had a sauna. Today, it is used by hunters and tourists, offering a rare experience of isolation and peace, a dream come true for any introvert. A distinctly continental climate is found in the northern hemisphere, far from the ocean, where low temperatures, humidity, and high pressure create extreme weather. Here, summers and winters are short, but hot or cold, making long-term survival almost impossible. A prime example is the Siberian city of Yakutsk, where average winter temperatures can drop to minus 50 degrees Celsius. People still maintain a normal pace of life, adapting to this unforgiving climate in an astonishing way. The intense cold also brings some unique benefits. For example, at local fairs, people do not need refrigerators. The climate does the job for them. This is a clear testament to the resilience and remarkable adaptability of humans to nature. Imagine climbing hundreds of steep steps to get home. The locals call it the stairway to heaven. This is not an adventurous climbing route, but the only way to a village hidden in the mountains of China at an altitude of 800 meters. This village has existed for more than 200 years, closely connected to nature and unique culture. In recent years, the majestic beauty and challenge of this road has made this place famous, attracting more and more tourists to explore. Tonkin, sometimes called the City of Bridges, is notable for its more than 25 bridges spanning the Yare River. However, the most distinctive bridge here is 400 meters long, with interesting buildings, shops, and entertainment venues located right on the bridge. Its unique architecture, where east meets west, creates an attractive combination that attracts many tourists. Crossing the bridge is not just a simple travel experience, but also an opportunity to enjoy the entertainment and shopping space right on the bridge, just like when you cross Rio and enjoy the vibrant atmosphere of the city. Have you ever dreamed of living in a house with unique architecture? Unusual buildings always attract attention. One of the most striking is the pyramidal skyscraper in Kunan, China. Built in the 18th century, this 100-story building looks like a giant Lego sculpture, futuristic and elegant at the same time. Living in such a creative space is certainly a curious experience, but I can't help but wonder if the comfort is compromised by practical details, like waiting hours for the elevator in such a towering building. Regardless, the bold design of this building is inspiring and gives the feeling of living in a true work of art. In the Romanian capital Bucharest, for years, a community of marginalized people has found a home underground. Orphans from orphanages, homeless people, and drug addicts have been forced to take refuge in a network of sewage pipes and tunnels beneath the city. These shelters are often cramped, unsanitary, and offer little privacy. Yet residents have managed to create the bare minimum of comforts to survive. At its peak, the number of people living underground in Bucharest was estimated to be around 6,000, according to social services. It is a grim but honest slice of life in the shadows of the city. This striking White House is an architectural marvel that is hard to compare to any other. It looks like a beautiful neoclassical mansion surrounded by traditional palace decorations and has a perfect lawn with a beautiful swimming pool. Located 120 meters above the ground on top of a skyscraper, this house is the work of Vid Malia, the owner, at a cost of up to $20 million. He built this house to honor his family history on the land where his ancestors lived. The King Fisher Towers skyscraper, where the mansion is located, has become a symbol of the city. With a large area of 3,700 square meters, an L-shaped design, and impressive 360-degree views, it is a unique combination of terrace and palace. Lake Sap in Cambodia is notable for its area of about 3,000 square kilometers and its depth of no more than 2 meters. However, during the rainy season from August to September, the lake overflows, expanding to an area of up to 16,000 square kilometers and flooding the surrounding forests and fields. But it is an important resource for farmers, although they have had to work hard to adapt to the lake's special conditions. Residents around the lake build their houses on very high stilts, up to 12 meters, to protect themselves from flooding. The architecture of villages like Kampong Pluk looks like a scene from a fantasy novel. The construction of houses here mainly uses natural materials, and these construction techniques have been tested over many generations, maintaining their character and sustainability over time. The Plug, GRC house, located in the north of France, about 100 meters from a canal, is known as the House Among the Stones. The name has become iconic, and there is no need to explain why it was chosen. However, the big question is what prompted the owners to choose this project in 1861. This is an example of unrealistic dreams, but they simply wanted to create a special common place. The small Iranian village of Saraka Seed stands out for its unique architecture, built in the Pelek style. Here, all the houses are connected by stairs, built in the shape of mountains or hills. The special thing is that the roofs of the houses on this floor become the courtyards and streets for the next floors. However, this type of architecture also has its disadvantages. Most of the buildings have no windows, and if you live in the highest houses, you will always have to hear the noise of your neighbors walking on your roof. However, the unique connection between the houses creates an interesting and different living space. Kandavan village in Iran is amazing for how people still maintain the same form of life as their ancestors hundreds of years ago. Famous for its unique architecture, the houses here are carved into the volcanic crevices of Mount Sahand and date back to the 14th century. What is special is that these stone houses keep warm in winter and cool in summer, thanks to the protective properties of the stone. Many houses in Kandavan have 2 or 3 floors, with the stones being adjusted to suit the living needs of people over the centuries. This village is not only a place to live, but also a community with full facilities, including a mosque, public bath, school, souvenir shop, cafe, and even a hotel. With more than 100 families living here, the people of Kondovan are proud of their incredible village, which has maintained its traditional values and lifestyle for centuries. The Recife Islands in Florida, near Miami, offer that opportunity with a unique submarine shelter. To get there, you have to dive down and enter through a special hatch, which means you will have to get used to moving underwater. Here, you can lie on a lounge chair and watch fish swim by the window or greet famous divers. In addition, this place is also an underwater research center, providing the opportunity to learn more about life under the sea. Although the space inside the submarine is not too large, it is extremely cozy, creating an interesting and different living space. Your eyes are not deceiving you. This is actually an extremely cramped house in Japan. At first glance, it looks uninhabitable, with a staircase so narrow it makes you feel claustrophobic. The triangular shape of the house makes the floor plan symmetrical and narrow, but after the narrow entrance, you will enter a fairly spacious apartment. Despite the limited space, at least you have enough room for a small kitchen and a fully equipped shower. Ganvier Village in the Republic of Benin, also known as the Venice of Africa, is located on the north side of Lake Nokue. It is a unique aquatic village, with all the houses, shops, and restaurants built on stilts, except for a school that is built on land. The village has a unique floating market where traders come by boat to sell fish, vegetables, and souvenirs. The interesting story behind Ganvier is that in the 15th century, the Tofino people took refuge here to avoid attacks from another tribe, whose religion forbade them from going into the water. As a result, the lake went from a defensive position to a comfortable living space and an interesting place to visit. The Larung Valley, an incredible wonder, has been an important center of Tibetan Buddhism since 1980, when the 5-faculty Buddhist Academy was established here. It quickly attracted thousands of monks and lay people seeking spiritual education and practice. Gradually, the population of Larungar village surrounding the academy grew to 10,000. The modest homes of the monks and lay people almost fill the entire valley, creating a breathtaking sight. Although the harsh living conditions and the altitude of 4,000 meters above sea level are no small challenge, people still do not hesitate to overcome them in pursuit of their spiritual goals. These rusting towers are the remains of the sea forts that were part of the British cellular defense system during World War II. Today, they make for unique locations, perfect for desolate video shoots. Abandoned since the 1950s, they were later used as broadcast stations for pirate radio stations, broadcasting popular songs without paying royalties to record companies. In 2005, British artist Steve Turner spent 36 days in complete isolation in one of these towers, and his experience inspired a book. Welcome to Santa Cruz, a tiny man-made island in the middle of the Caribbean Sea, no bigger than a football field, but one of the most densely populated places in the world. There are currently around 1,500 people living here, and the population continues to grow. The island has a long history, and today, Santa Cruz has developed with a school, drinking water supply, and a system to transport waste to the mainland. But what makes it special is its unique, picturesque beauty that has increasingly attracted tourists from all over the world. The white clay houses are not only a place to live, but also evoke the beauty of a resort, traditional style, and in harmony with nature. These houses are built with white clay to reflect sunlight, help keep cool in summer and warm in winter, creating an ideal microclimate. bringing a sense of peace and elegance like being in a high-class resort. The massive rock formations of northern Greece appear to float in mid-air, like the visions of a powerful wizard. It is hard to believe that they are the result of a miracle of nature and human creativity over the centuries. The site, known as Meteora, is not only a geological marvel, but also an important spiritual center, with more than 20 monasteries built on the top of the towering rocks. Today, only 6 monasteries remain in operation, providing a sense of touch with history and sacredness. These majestic rock formations are so beautiful that every step through Meteora is like a walk through time, where you encounter both the ancient and the unfamiliar. Moko is an informal settlement near Lagos, Nigeria, and Africa's largest city, with a population of over 30 million. Once a small fishing village built on stilts, Moko has become a haven for migrants, refugees, and those with no other choice. Today, it is estimated that at least 250,000 people live in makeshift homes that occupy a large part of the Oceanica Lagoon. Several humanitarian projects have been launched, such as floating schools, which provide access to primary education for children in the community. Despite the harsh living conditions, Moko is a testament to the resilience of people in a unique environment. Princess Elizabeth Station in Antarctica, opened in 2009, is an environmentally friendly research base powered by clean energy from the sun and wind, accommodating up to 30 scientists. Please subscribe to the channel to support me. Thank you.